Big interview time. We have the Executive Director of the United States Motorcycle Coaching Association, Lindsey Scheltema. Look, there's big things going on. Here at Redbud, for example, we have the Moto Scouting Combine. We have a lot of USMCA certified coaches working with elite amateur riders. But I always like to talk to you about it's not just elite riders. The coaching thing is designed to be grassroots for newcomers as well.
Absolutely. There's so many riders that are new and they're getting involved, but they don't know that next step. They don't know where to go. They don't know what all gear is necessary to ride properly and safely. And that's where our coaches step in. We need coaches that are here for those beginner style riders that want to get either started riding on the track or in the trails or just get to that next level from the C-level rider to an intermediate style rider. We need coaches of all age and skill levels.
Yep.
So I would ask, there's so many new riders out there, and a lot of them I talk to are just intimidated, right? They watch this on TV, much like Adam Cincerillo got his start just watching it on television. What's the easiest way for them to get in touch with somebody or just to kind of knock down that barrier? Because I think if they want to reach out, it's just breaking down that wall of they have the curiosity, they need the fundamentals to learn, but how do they connect with that?
So we made this app called motorcyclecoaching.org. It's an app that you can download from your app store, and it makes it extremely easy just to connect with somebody absolutely instantly. So you can search your zip code or your city or your state, or if you know a coach by their first or last name, you can search that. You can click on their profile and you can start instant messaging them instantly directly from the app. And it's really cool because everything is right inside there. And if you want to connect with multiple coaches and just ask what their rates are, what they do, what they specialize in, every coach specializes in a different type of riding. So it's really cool that you can just go on there, check them out, and then you can just communicate with them and see what you can get offered to you.
Okay, and on the other side of that coin, if you're a rider like myself, right, raced for a long time, and you were interested, or I was interested in getting involved in this, but for me, maybe I'm not as personal. Is there some sort of guidance that a person would have so I can learn this? I think Gary Sutherland is a friend of mine that got involved in this, and I was like, how would you even go about starting this process? I think that's super interesting to know. If I'm sitting here, I don't even know where that first step is.
Absolutely. So you would go to USMCA.org, and that's where you go to get the information on how to become a certified coach. So, really the biggest thing is having that experience, that experience at the track, or the experience, whatever discipline you are in the sport of riding. But then you would go there, you would go and get the education. So we have CPR certification. You go through sport safety training. So that helps you manage and detect concussions, heat illness, and cardiac issues. There's various assignments and quizzes that are graded by certified coaches, but they go through those, and those are different hypothetical situations, like what would you do in this situation, and it helps coaches kind of understand a little bit more about what they could be faced with. And then we do a reference check. So we always call the different references, so people that you've actually worked with, we get some feedback from them on how you are as a coach, and we just kind of get to know them a little bit better from an outsider's perspective. And if you have the riding experience, but you don't necessarily have the coaching experience, we can connect you with a certified coach and actually go through a mentorship program that really helps you gain that experience that is more on the coaching side of things. So you're a great rider, but you don't have a lot of coaching experience, then you can get connected that way as well.
I like how well-rounded it is, the safety and the emergency side, and obviously the riding fundamentals too. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
It's shocking how many people, I didn't know there were this many coaches in America, and then how many people you now have that are certified.
It's incredible. I mean, we have over 400 coaches, well over 400 coaches in our certified system, and they're all fantastic. I mean, they're all available, and they all want to talk to you guys. And the biggest thing is, our biggest thing here at the United States Motorcycle Coaching Association is getting riders connected to certified coaches. So we certify and connect.
It's honestly a simple idea. If you look at how most sports work, whether it's school sports, there's a coach. You go to the ski resort, you can get a coach if you've never done it. A golf, you can get a coach if you've never done it. It's really just taking that simple concept that every other sport has and just applying it to motorcycles.
That's the biggest thing, is we were the sport that was left behind, and that's where we stepped in as the USMCA. We stepped in 2016. In order to be considered a USA sport, you are required to hold a coaching association.
Oh, wow.
So this is like an actual thing. And we just weren't doing it. And that was where we stepped in and said, listen, we need this standard, because there is no standard. Anybody and everybody could say they were a coach before we came into the business. And that's what we'd like to do, is we want to make sure that everyone gets connected to the right person, the safest person, and they're going to get the best experience to become lifelong motorcyclists.
That's it, because once you get the taste, It's done. You got it for life. And congrats to you, by the way. You're 12 days out. You had a baby at High Point Weekend, and you're here at Redbud. But I'm not. If you knew Lindsey, you wouldn't be surprised by any of this. You're gnarly.
Well, thank you.
Congrats. Enjoy hanging out with the larger family this weekend, and thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right. All right, real quick, let's get this show on the road going to Southwick. We will make our debut for Pro Motocross on NBC this weekend. We'll have 2 straight hours, first moto coverage of 250s and 450s on NBC. Southwick starting at 1 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. But don't worry, if you have Peacock or the Super Motocross Video Pass outside of America, you can still watch all the motos live and uninterrupted on there. And, of course, Race Day Live.
Hi, folks. Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.